I don't feel he means it. I feel his beats lack impact. When you say like, GBB, are you ready? People need to feel that. Yo, what up? Stan here, back with another reaction analysis. Today we're gonna watch Pono. Now, Pono, I remember him from back in the day when he was participating at Discord battles. Teams battles, I remember also. And back then in the day, he didn't used to call himself Pono. He used to be Ping Pong Po. And he rebranded. He went from Ping Pong Po to Pono for I don't know what reason. If you know, please let me know. I'm curious. I liked Ping Pong Po though, but maybe I can like assume that, I don't know, Pono sounds more serious a bit, you know. Anyways, that being said, I don't know what else to say about Pono. I think it's the second time doing Elimination GBB. First time was in 2023, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Let's not waste any time and just get straight into it.
It is on.
Okay, interesting walk-in video.
Pono right here live and direct. I say the
I don't know what it was. Was it like, I don't know, the ball, Beyblade, maybe?
3. Y'all say the 2 and the 1. Crowd in 3. 2, 1, Beatbox.
Yeah, the last breath you take before Scott Jackson counts you down. Look at him, how serious. I'd probably feel the same. Forgot to mention, for this one, I'll also be checking the live POV crowd version. Reason why is because I remember Blackroll telling me about his experience of GMB 2024. And I was like curious and I asked him like, hey, yo, Blackroll, how do some beatboxers sound on a live stage? Because that's what we all do. We only talk about beatboxers, how they sound live. It's a pretty important thing for me, I feel, and for him especially, as if you can't tell. Yeah, no, but I remember he told me about Pono that he didn't sound super loud, especially like in comparison to Pacmax, because they battled in the first battle at GMB 2024. And yeah, he's American champ though at the same time, you know. So for me, that's it's interesting to see. I'm curious. I never heard him live, so yeah.
Yeah, no, Marco. So sick that the flow is contagious. Yo, it's an overload, I can barely contain it. Bob, now you didn't know. This is contagious flow. Get it like
Okay, interesting. Let's check the live POV version. I'm super curious because for me, as I look at it right now, the beats are insane. They're slapping. I don't know, especially like the first drop, you know. For me, that's like an insane drop, but I didn't see the crowd react. So that makes me suspicious. I mean, suspicious as if he did something wrong. Not really, but yeah, I'm curious. Let's check it.
so sick that the flow is contagious. Yo, it's an overload, I can barely contain it. Bob, now you didn't know. This is contagious flow.
Okay, yeah, I feel his beats lack a bit of a punch, you know, and especially like because what he's trying to portray, you know, like he's showing that he's, I mean, I don't know, he gives me the impression that he wants to give you like a punch, you know, in a very cool, swaggy way. Hence why he says like the cool lyrics and, you know, like has like this cool aura. But I feel there lacks punch, you know, when he does like the kick with the inward bass, I feel there is like no punch, and it's still cool, but it takes away from what he's trying to portray, I feel. Yeah.
Get it like.
Full dynamic play. Okay. Yeah, even the lip roll I feel is like not that powerful, which is weird because a lip roll should be like one of your more impactful sounds, you know. But hey, let me not judge him only for how loud he sounds, even though that plays a big role in my opinion. Let me also look at the other factors that play into this. Switch, okay.
Okay, you get it? Alright, come on. Got the beats to make it head knock. Dropping heavy, yeah, I leave them in shell shock. I got it. Got the beats that make it slide, make it glide, make it hit rewind. GBB. I got it. Got the beats to make it slide, make it glide, make it what?
Okay.
Get it? Rewind.
Okay, there we have it. Pono. What do I have to make of his elimination? Well, I said I'm not gonna touch on it anymore, but I'm gonna do it one more time, okay? Don't hate me. Yeah, I feel his beats lack impact. Especially because his beats or his ideas are so badass. He has like super cool textures in mind. And, you know, like to pull this off, you really need to be able to give the punch it deserves, you know? Otherwise, it's like as if you're like going to war with a sword, you know? And your sword is made out of plastic, you know? Your opponent is probably not gonna feel anything from him being hit with a plastic sword, you know? It needs to be like a hard iron or at least a hard wooden sword. Even though that sounds wrong as hell. But yeah, anyways, I feel this is a huge one because his ideas are very cool. His textures he has are also super interesting with high pitchy inward bass and then switching to the inward whistle. I think it's a vortex, yeah. And then inward bass as well. And I think live he has issues with this. Yeah, that's first. Also, on top of that, because we were like talking about the things he could improve on, I feel his structure was also like a bit, I don't know, flat, you know, like the switch to hip hop in the middle kind of felt off for me. I don't really know what the reasoning behind that was. For me personally, it felt as if he just wanted to go to hip-hop and suddenly went spontaneously to hip-hop. And I don't know, sometimes it can work, but again, going back to my previous point, the first point, him not having like volume, not being able to like generate energy also plays again not in his favor, because if you do something like this, you need to have energy, impact, volume. You know, like when you say like GBB, are you ready? People need to feel that, yo, he's gonna bring us something. And I don't know, because of his, I don't know, not because of him not being able to portray energy in terms of like volume, you know. And not only volume, actually, I feel also like kind of like the way how he like talks, you know. He really has like this chill vibe, but I feel like sometimes you have to be able to get out of it and to say like, yo, like when you say GBB, are you ready, to actually like mean it. It's not even in terms of like volume, but just like meaning it, you know. I don't feel he means it when he says like GBB, are you ready. He's like, GBB, are you ready? And funny thing, Inertia also says it that way, you know, like in the same intonality and the same thing. But the difference is when Inertia says something like that, usually like the sound system explodes or he does something crazy, there is impact, you know. And you can feel like there is like this sub-communication where he genuinely like means it more. So in those regards, that's what he can improve on, in my opinion. Anyways, what did he do well? Usually I start off with what he did well, but this time I did the opposite. What he did well, I feel, is he has very good ideas. I think if he like manages to like execute on his ideas, he can be like a real force to not mess with, or whatever, however you say that quote. I don't know. He has super cool ideas. Unfortunately though, in this Elim, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I feel he under-delivered. I know he can do better, way better than this. He has very cool structure usually, very relatable beats, very cool lyrics I feel as well. Yeah, badassy, like swaggy. Like he knows like, yo, I'm a G, you know. That's what like the type of feeling I get when he comes on stage and beatboxes. Yeah, that in a nutshell. Anyways, in terms of the rankings, where would I rank Pono? Here are my rankings. I hope you can see them. For me, he's last. Yes, last. I just feel he went very anticlimactic for some reason. I don't know. It's just the whole piece. I don't know if I feel like much cohesion, and the switch. It didn't really make sense to me why he went that way or with that choice of thing, you know. But yeah, anyways, that's my opinion. Not a judge. Pono is an amazing beatboxer. Nothing to take away from him. I just think he didn't give his best, even though he looked very ready to give his best. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.